Hello everyone, I'm Paul Hackey. Welcome back once again to the Paul Hakimian Show. I'm here in studio now with senior Westwood girls soccer captain Morgan Hornage, who plays right midfield, and I'm also here with Westwood soccer junior Cameron Dempsey. Can you two tell us a bit about yourselves?
My name's Morgan. I play right midfield for Westwood girls soccer. Yeah.
My name's Cameron, and I play right defense for Westwood girls soccer. Yeah.
How long have you both been playing soccer?
I've been playing soccer since I was probably 5. The second I could walk, my parents put me into soccer and just stuck with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would honestly say the same. They probably just wanted me out of the house, though.
So you were born into soccer?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
How long have you been playing together?
I think just in high school, we had different age teams for, rec. But yeah, 3 years, I guess. 3 years,
She was a sophomore and I was a freshman.
Yeah.
Can you both describe how your partnership on the right side of the field has evolved and strengthened over the years?
Yeah, so I feel like this year was the first year we really got to start actually working together. But, it's great. Cam has my back. I'm getting up the field for her. So we just work together, move the ball. It's good. It's great times.
When you're in the game on the right side, how do you coordinate doing specific moves or plays during the game?
We're both very vocal.
Yes.
Sometimes she'll get up and play my position and I'll drop back and play her position. The most important thing, honestly, is that we talk to each other. I'll be like, Cam, go up, I'll stay back. Or she'll be like, Mo, stay back, I'm going. So just a lot of talk, and then we'll make runs around each other and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Morgan, I'm going to shift to you now. What do you enjoy most about playing high school soccer?
It's honestly just fun. It's so fun. You make so many great friends, people who you normally wouldn't hang out with, and then they become your best friends throughout the season. It gives you something to do. We go 6 days a week. We're with each other all the time. And just the games are so fun, the intensity, the adrenaline. It's just, it's super fun.
What makes girls' high school soccer unique compared to other fall sports options?
I feel like our team is very close. We're all really great friends. We have fun. We love our coaches. And we all have each other's back. We're very, very much one unit.
Yeah. Being a senior, you've had several years of experience in high school sports. How have you grown into a leadership role over the years?
My freshman year and my sophomore year was a little rocky with managing my anger on the field.
Yeah.
And over time, maturing and, feedback from coaches and just evolving as a person and a player, you kind of reel it in a little bit. And as becoming an upperclassman, junior and senior year, we realized, me and my other seniors, that it's our job to control the team and control the attitude and the atmosphere. So we just set a great role for everyone else.
Who have been some of the big impactful leaders on the team in the time you've been here?
Claire Halligan is definitely a big one.
Yeah, that's for sure.
She was our center mid last year. The center mid pretty much controls the field, so she was a huge part of the team. She was always so positive, never had a bad day. And she just kind of set the mood for the team, lifted us all up, and was a great leader. Yeah.
So Morgan, to be a team captain, you need to have pretty good leadership qualities. How do you motivate your teammates to perform at their best on the field?
If I see the attitudes are down, or the other team scores a goal and we're feeling like we're behind and stuff, I just kind of clap and I'm very vocal, so I'll just cheer everyone on, be like, we're good, we got this, let's go. Just kind of stay positive, because if I get down, then it's not setting a great role, everyone else is down. So.
Right. What are some of the highlights of your career so far?
I don't know, I'm trying to think. I mean, my sophomore year or my freshman year and the beginning of sophomore year was COVID. So we would have practice, but we weren't allowed to use any equipment. So we kind of became the track team for a second. That was fun. Not actually fun, but funny. Just all the memories. We always do color wars, which is we'll all dress up in crazy outfits and come to like an early morning Saturday practice and just like play games and stuff. And we look insane, and the other sports are like laughing at us, but we just have the best time. So probably just all the memories and friends.
Yeah. Morgan, do you have a specific moment that stands out to you during a game?
I think the first goal we scored during the game really just sets the tone for the game. The second we score, we're a completely different team. We score one, we can continue to score. So we just really have to get that first goal, and then it's kind of like sets the ball rolling, and everyone's pumped, and the game's just a lot more fun.
How do you manage your time and commitment to soccer in balance with academics?
We have practice straight after school, so I do have time when I get home. If we have late games, then I'll do my homework after school, and also being a senior, having study hall really helps. So I just try to get everything done in school or right after practice.
Right. And as a senior, how do you lead the team both on and off the fields?
I try to be a positive influence on my teammates. We're all very close, so they know that they can come to me with anything, sports related or not sports related. We hang out outside of sports, so I feel like just having a good bond with all my teammates really helps on the field too.
How has the team's chemistry contributed to yours and others' success?
We play so much better when we're working as one team, so if we have bonds off the field, that just like helps us so much more. The more we hang out outside of practice, we have team dinners. So the more we just do that, get to know each other off the field, we connect so much better on the field.
What do you believe are the strengths and key attributes that have contributed to your success on the field?
I'm very aggressive, so I feel like that's helpful. I'm fast, so that's why I play the wing, just kind of running up and down the sideline. And I think just having my teammates back, they know that they can count on me, so.
What are some challenges you've faced as a student athlete?
Sometimes I do feel overwhelmed trying to balance my outside life, academics, and a sport, but I know my teammates all feel the same way sometimes, so we have each other to talk to about it. And my parents are very supportive. All the teachers are pretty understanding. So sometimes we can get like extensions on stuff or all that. So, yeah.
Could you describe your role and responsibility as a right side midfielder?
Yeah, so the wing's job is pretty much the middle of the field distributes the ball out to the wings, and we kind of send it back in towards the goal. So I'll get it from Eva or Ashlyn, Liana, whoever's playing the middle. They'll send it to the wing, I'll take it up, and then I'll cross it into our forwards. And then hopefully we'll score a goal. So, and I help Cam on defense.
Could you share some insights into your positioning and movement on the field as a right midfielder?
Yeah, so if the ball's on the left side of the field, I know that we'll scream out shift when the ball moves. So then that's when we all know we have to kind of move with the ball. I'll move towards the center. You don't want to get all the way over to the left because you don't want to crowd the sideline. But it took me a few years to get the spacing down, but you kind of get in the flow, and as your teammates move, you move with them, and everyone just kind of falls into place.
Right midfielders often play a critical role in creating scoring opportunities by setting up assists or goals. Can you tell me your approach on that?
Yeah, so normally I just kind of depend on my speed to get me down and beat the defenders on the other team. If they're just as fast as me, then I know I have Cam behind me for a back pass, or my center mid's checking in too. If I have a good angle, I'll take the shot. If not, I just send it into the box and my forwards will hit it.
Is your approach more shooting or passing?
More passing for the most part. I mean, if I know I can beat that defender down the field and get myself in a good position, then I can shoot from far out, and I love to do that. But as we're playing these harder teams in North Jersey, Bergen County area, the defenders are good. They're fast too. So it really just depends on my angle, because I usually have a better angle to pass it.
How do you balance both offense and defense as a midfielder?
It's tough. I get very winded. Your stamina goes up as the season goes on. It stinks at first, but the running becomes easier. And I know that if I don't get back, then we're putting too much on our defenders, and then, yeah, we know we have to get back. So, and my coaches will always sub me out real quick for a drink if I need.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, what is your conditioning routine to ensure you perform at your best during the whole match?
So in preseason is when we do most of our running. We'll split it up between distance and like sprints. It'll be like every other day. In the beginning of the summer, when it's not mandatory yet, we just kind of do a run at the end. And then during our 2 weeks of real preseason, right before the season starts, we'll run at the beginning and end of practice. And then throughout the season, I mean, in the beginning we'll run a little bit, but as the season goes on, we don't really run too much during practice because we want to keep our bodies for the games. So.
Right. What specific drills and exercises do you prioritize for your position?
I definitely like when we do our 3-person shooting drill. We do it at practice and before games. So it gives me a chance to take a shot from far out, take a shot from close up, and cross the ball in, which are all things that I also have to do in the game. So I feel like that benefits me the most.
What aspects of physical fitness do you consider the most critical for your success at your position?
I think stamina, honestly. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of running. And the more you condition not only yourself for the running, but condition your legs for that running so that your legs aren't dead by the end of the game and I'm still able to send those balls into the box.
Yeah. During the season, how do you work on improving some of those aspects?
I go to the gym during the season too, so I'm always lifting weights, I'm always being active. A lot of physical therapy out of sports too, massage guns, cupping, all ice baths, just to get through it.
Yeah. Are there any specific coaches who have played a significant role in your training and development?
We actually got a new coach this year, Moose, and he completely turned our program around. I mean, he's trying to build us up for the younger grades coming up. We're trying to, get more people involved in the program, build the program. So this year was kind of a building year. We do have a younger team, but the way he just came in with such a positive attitude and such high expectations for us just really changed our program's attitude this year.
So in the spring season, you also play lacrosse. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, so I play lacrosse in the spring. I'm also playing lacrosse in college. Lacrosse is my favorite sport, but I haven't been playing it as long as I've been playing soccer. So soccer is a little bit more special to me in that sense. But that's also a great time. I mean, my coaches are the best. My teammates are my best friends. So I feel like any high school sport, just the bonds you make with your teammates really set the tone for the season.
Right. What are some ways that soccer and lacrosse are similar and different?
Well, I play midfield for both, so a whole lot of running for both sports. The preseasons are pretty similar, the conditioning, and just the teamwork, the way everyone has each other's backs on and off the field. And it's just nice to have that sense of family.
Yeah. What sport would you say you're better at of the two?
Lacrosse.
Yeah. Last year in your junior year, you committed to play D2 lacrosse at Bloomberg University. Can you talk about how that opportunity came up?
Yeah, so when everyone starts going through the recruiting process, coaches will reach out to you, you'll reach out to coaches, and it's just, I mean, it's a pretty stressful time because, you know, you're kind of setting up your future, but you'll take phone calls with coaches, you'll email back and forth with coaches, you'll visit schools, and you just gotta find the right fit for you. I mean, the first time I visited Bloomsburg, I knew that I'd end up there. So eventually I just stopped visiting schools, and I met the players that play there. I met the coach. Everyone was so welcoming. It was such a great environment, and so I decided that's where I wanted to go.
What professional soccer player would you say your play style is like the most?
I don't really know many professional soccer players, I won't lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Morgan, when your younger sister, Brooke Hornage, used to play soccer, did you kind of mentor her a little bit in the game?
Yeah. Sisters fight on and off the field. I mean, I was very hard on her. She's my little sister. I mean, I was just trying to push her to be the best that she could be. But it was definitely fun. It was new for us to be playing together. No, but it was fun. I mean, we wish she played with us this year, but it's okay.
Cameron, your younger sister still does play soccer.
Yeah.
I've asked this question to a couple of football players I've had on the show, but can you give some insight on what it's like to have a family member on the team?
Of course. So me and Kendall have been playing soccer together mostly like all of our lives. Our house has just revolved around soccer, so we've always shared the love for it, come home, talk about the games, and especially in high school, it's certainly grown a stronger bond between us. And honestly, sometimes I complain because she's right there next to me on the field, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love having her on the field.
Yeah. Looking outside of soccer, what's some of both of your other interests?
Well, lacrosse I started last year, and I definitely took a liking to it, and Morgan obviously introduced me to it because I played soccer with her, and I would say that lacrosse is definitely up there in interests.
Lacrosse, definitely. I'm a huge gym goer, so that is a big thing for me, and then just spending time with family and friends and my puppy.
Now, as a right midfielder and a right defender, how does your play styles complement each other on the field?
We're both very fast. I mean, Cameron can play offense and defense. I can play offense and defense. So it's kind of like if I need a breather, she can go up for me. If she feels like getting in the attack, I'll get back for her. We get to work together, getting around defenders. And then throughout the game, we'll see how the other team's defenders' strengths and weaknesses and kind of work together and play around that.
Yeah. Could either you share a specific moment during a game where your teamwork on the right side of the field played a crucial role in the game?
Well, definitely sending the ball in for crosses for our offense and our left side to capitalize on. Sometimes we'll send it back into our midfielder, Eva Wolfsey, who will dish it out to our forwards, and I basically we just cross the ball around.
She sends me the balls up the field, I chase it down the sideline, and then I'll send it in the middle. It's our system.
Yeah.
How do you both maintain communication during the game?
You just gotta be loud.
Yeah.
You gotta scream, not in a vicious way, just so everyone can hear you across the whole field. We're both very loud, so everyone can hear us. We can hear each other. I mean, if you're quiet, no one's gonna hear you.
Yeah.
You don't have time to say, "What'd you say?" It's
gotta
all
go.
fast and very fast paced. So just a lot of shouting, back and forth. When the play stops, you can go over, talk to your teammates, compliment them, say, "Hey, maybe you could have done this there." Just a lot of communication.
Definitely.
So Cameron, how would you describe your roles and responsibilities as a right defender on the team?
I would definitely say covering for my sister Kendall and the other center defender, Bella Scalia. Erin Gashler definitely helps Bella, so I think that I have to help Kendall out in some way in the middle when we shift to the left side, but also sending in those diagonal balls to our other midfielders and sending Morgan in for the ball.
What are some of the key defensive skills you have as a right defender?
I would say that I can kick the ball pretty far, and I can dribble up the sideline and do give and goes with our midfield and Eva and Morgan.
For training for defense, do you have any specific drills that you've practiced?
Well, I play club, so I definitely got a lot of my skill and soccer IQ from there. So typically it would be just covering each other. We would just scrimmage our offense, and that would really whip us into shape.
As a junior, how have you seen your role and skills evolve over your time at the high school?
Well, I've been starting since I was a freshman, and I would definitely say that I've become more confident on the fields. Having people to look up to, like Caroline Stokes. She was a senior my freshman year. She helped me tremendously. And then last year, Claire Halligan, even though she was a center in midfield, she definitely helped me in a lot of ways. And just trying to fill in the shoes that graduated as I've.
Right. Yeah. Can you share a memorable moment or highlight from your soccer career so far?
I would say always playing home at night when the football team would come, boys soccer team would come. It gets very everyone's watching you, and you just feel you just feel like you're on top of the world sometimes.
Yeah. Would you want to play soccer at college level?
I'm actually in between that right now. I don't really know what I want to do, but I'm starting to think about it.
Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I want to thank you both for coming out. This has been Westwood girls soccer captain, right midfield, Morgan Hornage, and right defense junior, Cameron Dempsey. Coming up on the Paul Hakimian Show, we break down Westwood's next football game against Ridgefield Park. You are watching the Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Welcome back to the Paul Hakimian Show. I'm trying something new for this segment. What I'm going to be doing is giving a rundown of Westwood's next game versus Ridgefield Park. Let's get to it. Let's kick things off with the game details. This game is set to take place at Westwood with senior night proceedings happening pregame, but kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Now let's dive into the team overviews. The home team Cardinals, under the leadership of head coach Bobby Guy, currently hold a record of 7-0 with a monstrous 35-point per game average. But what people really don't talk about as much is their near lockdown defense. According to the great Brian Carr, on the season, Westwood's defense has only allowed 26 points total. The average is out, if you haven't done the math, to only 4.3 points a game. Now, Ridgefield Park, Westwood's opponents this week, coached by Coach Chris Rapp, they've not had the best year this year, coming into the game with a 2-5 record. But this is a team with nice young pieces for the future, like sophomore quarterback Francisco Then. Last year, when these teams faced off, Westwood beat them 28-0 off a 3-touchdown game from former Westwood star Jack Dugan. We'll see what happens this week without him, though. So the matchups to keep an eye on in this game are the Westwood's Robbie Karsich versus Ridgefield Park's quarterback Francisco Then. We already know how watching Karsich play, it feels like he can do it all, with not just an explosive run game, but also a strong arm and football IQ. But take a look at Francisco Then, sophomore quarterback for Ridgefield Park. In one less game on the season than Karsich in Westwood, he has 782 yards passing to Karsich's about 1,200, but more importantly, he has 523 rushing yards to Karsich's 444. He's a good young player who's definitely a rushing threat, but the real question is if he's up to the challenge of going up against this Westwood rush defense. Another matchup I want to talk about is Westwood's wide receiver 1's Aiden Carazana versus Ridgefield Park's wide receiver 1 Shea Lozino. Both teams' top receiving options, with Carazana leading both with 357 receiving yards to Lozino's 227. It'll be interesting to see the schemes drawn up by Westwood this week to contain his production. Now let's break down some WCTV keys to the game. Our first key to the game, welcome back. Westwood's back home again after last week in Cardinals fashion, winning on the road 30-7. Westwood's got to settle back into the home crowd, but with a home crowd hungry for some Cardinals football and invested in the senior night proceedings, it should be no time before they settle back in. Our second key to the game, neutralize then and take control. With Westwood's defense, they have the full capability to punish then's scrambling and shouldn't let it become an issue. If they can manage that, and the defense should fall into place quite nicely. I spoke with RJ Usher today about the defense's preparation to stop then's scrambling, and he had to say that they've been planning all week for it and they're ready to go up against it. Our last key to the game is proceed with caution. Now, there's not much to say negatively about Westwood, but here's what I gotta say. Westwood is 7-0 and have a playoff spot waiting. This is their last game of the regular season, a game against a 2-5 Ridgefield Park. The only meaning this game has is playoff seeding. So as it happens, as usual, Westwood goes up by a sizable lead. Don't take unnecessary risks with playoffs starting just next week. Maybe give some JV guys some play time. So the stage is set. Westwood versus Ridgefield Park. Carthage versus then. Coming to you on WCTV. You are watching the Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. We'll be right back. That's all for the show today. I'd like to thank the two girls from Westwood Soccer for coming out, Morgan Hornage, team captain, right midfield, and Cameron Dempsey, right defender. And I'd also like to thank on cameras Emily and Fred, and I'd like to thank Ricky and Ida in the studio room. So as always, I'm Paul Hackey, and you are watching the Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Take care now.